Hafaday, I'm Nestor Laconta with the Pacific Daily News. Here are our top stories from the PDN Newsroom. An overhaul of the PD7 power plant, construction of a new $17.2 million compound for the Guam Power Authority, and first phases of a program to remotely monitor and control water and wastewater systems got approval from the Consolidated Commission on Utilities Tuesday night. Overall, the CCU approved about $32.3 million worth of projects for GPA and the Guam Waterworks Authority on Tuesday. GPA contracts over $1.5 million and GWA contracts over $1 million still require final authorization from the Public Utilities Commission, which is Guam's rate-setting authority. In other news, with the new school year set to start in about 2 weeks, lawmakers will have to decide whether to allow public schools that have not received a mandatory sanitation inspection to open up. Public school classes start on August 8, but 18 schools have yet to take and pass a sanitation inspection that's needed to open up for the new school year. Senators on Wednesday heard arguments for and against Bill 31737, which would allow uninspected schools to operate in the school year 2024-25. It also seeks to allow schools that fail an inspection to open up at the discretion of the education superintendent. Though the Guam Department of Education administration supported the waiver, some senators and members of the public remain skeptical of the decision to let schools go uninspected during the Wednesday public hearing. Finally, a pet spay and neuter clinic happening in Hågat will end earlier than previously announced. The clinic was originally going to end on August 1st, but it will now end on July 29, according to organizers. A lack of interest in booking appointments made organizers combine some of the days. Residents can get their pets spayed or neutered for $50 at the Hågat Mayor's office. Bringing this low-cost service are the Guam Department of Agriculture in cooperation with Guam Animals in Need or GAIN and the University of Guam, along with visiting faculty veterinarians from the National Chung Sing University in Taiwan. That's according to the Department of Agriculture. The GAIN Spay and Neuter Island Pets or SNP clinic continues on Thursday and Friday this week, with the last day on Monday, July 29. The SNP clinic is scheduling 50 surgeries per day. Members of the public who are interested in signing their pets up for surgery may do so at www.snipclinicguam.com. The woman accused of murder and aggravated assault in the death of her 1-year-old son last November took the stand in her own defense on Wednesday in the Superior Court of Guam. Contrary to court documents that allege Gilitnan Aldan Ramangmou beat her baby to death, Ramangmou said she loves every one of her 6 children and would never harm any one of them. Under questioning from her attorney William Bischoff, she said that on the day her son died, she was in the room when she heard a thump sound. Her boy had fallen from the crib, and Ramangmou spoke in a low, soft tone for almost all of the testimony, but at the end of Bischoff's examination, she started to sob. "I'm just a grieving mother. I lost my son," she said. "I couldn't hold him. I didn't get a goodbye. I didn't see my children that day. Everyone was saying I was emotionless, but I was just lost," she said. "I was trying to add 2 and 2 together. I feel guilty for all of this. I really did want Pablo to get checked. I wanted to find answers. I tried my best. I wake up every day trying my best to raise my children. I wasn't frustrated. I wasn't angry. I loved each and every one of them," she said. "If I could go back and I could take his place, I would do it in a heartbeat." In other news, landowners near Andersen Air Force Base in Gigo would be compensated for temporarily vacating their property during missile defense testing, and a list would be provided to senators on the number of landowners that could be asked to leave their property while testing is ongoing. That's according to Senator Tello Taitigui, who attended a Missile Defense Agency briefing for senators on Tuesday. The briefing for senators as well as the governor came ahead of an open house tonight on the environmental impact of live missile testing from Andersen that is scheduled to begin as early as December. The open house is from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Dedido Community Senior Citizen Center. MDA plans up to 2 missile defense flight tests or target tracking exercises from Andersen every year over a 10-year period starting in fiscal year 2025. Taitigui said senators asked military officials how many landowners around Andersen would be asked to vacate their properties during a missile testing, and were told a list would be provided. And finally, the Guam Medical Association will host a debate between Democratic congressional candidates Michael Sanicolas and Ginger Cruz at the University of Guam Lecture Hall tonight. The third Democratic candidate, Senator Amanda Shelton, declined an invitation, according to the GMA. GMA President Dr. Thomas Shea said they have sponsored debates between top political candidates over the years because healthcare is very important to the community. It affects everybody, he said. Shea said that the questions were solicited from members across the allied healthcare field, and he expects the topics will include the dispute over the location of a new hospital, Guam's continued physician and nursing shortage, and other hot-button issues. The moderator will be announced at the UOG Lecture Hall venue prior to the start of the debate at 6:15 p.m., which will be carried live on the PBS television channel and will also be live streamed on the pbsguam.org social media sites. For more of these stories, go to guampdn.com and follow us on social media.